We got a short one, death by thrusters. The goal here is to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10. Maybe some of you will scratch 11, 12, but we're looking at 135.95. Now we did Kalsu last week. That should have given you a good gauge. I think a lot of you went a little bit lighter than what you were capable of. Maybe push this one just a little bit more. What you're gonna do is just simply add one thruster every minute until failure. This workout goes from really easy to really hard, really quickly. Let's get into the movement and warm up. So all we have is one movement today, the thruster. And one of the cues that you'll hear coaches use often with the thruster is jump. And what that means is you're trying to use the same mechanics that you'd use to jump to move the barbell up. Think about jumping. If I were to tell you to jump slowly and controlled, it would look like this. And you wouldn't leave the ground. In order to jump, there has to be an explosive extension of legs and hips. And it's the same thing when doing a thruster. So that's the focus point today, is jumping the weight off your shoulders, regardless of the load you're using. Whether it's light for you or heavy for you, you want this snappiness of your hips and legs to elevate the object. On the bar thruster, what you're gonna do is start with the bar, sitting against neck and shoulders, then drive elbows up with a full grip. From here, we're gonna squat below parallel, and then again, jump the weight overhead. Looks like this. Now I don't actually leave the ground when I jump, but you'll notice my heels pop up a little bit after my legs extend. Watch my feet. And that's okay if it's driven, that heel popping up is driven by a fast extension of the legs and hips. Now, if you're not using a bar and you have a single object, what you'll do is simply stay on one side for 1 minute and then switch to the other side for the next minute. So minute 1, maybe it's right arm, 1 rep. Minute 2, left arm, 2 reps. Kettlebell, here and here. So the kettlebell will be in front of me, not off to the side. My elbow's not gonna be flared out. I'm not gonna rest the kettlebell on my shoulder. Kettlebell's in front of me. Elbow is close to body. My fist is right against my face. From here, I squat below parallel and then jump the weight overhead. Bring it right back down. Notice this rotation of my arm. I think some of you have an issue with this because you're lowering your elbow out to bring it down. Watch my elbow. I bring it forward, elbow forward, and then I pull my elbow and fist in. All right, if I'm using a dumbbell, the rack position for the dumbbell is going to be here. So I have head of dumbbell on shoulder and elbow pointing forward. If I'm using 2 dumbbells, then obviously I would do the same thing with both dumbbells. Again, single object. What I want you to do is 1 minute on one arm, the next minute on the other, and continue going in that fashion. If you do not have dumbbell or kettlebell or barbell and you're using a medicine ball or an object like a backpack stuffed with some books, just something that you can load, what you want to do is try to get that object as close to your body as possible and above or about your shoulders. So here would be my rack position with that ball right against the face or object right against the face. Elbows are still going to be under the object. And notice, even though this is a light ball, I still popped up because of that leg drive. There's your thruster. Let's get into the warm-up. Starting the warm-up today with 50 ghost double unders. So we're working on a good double under position. Arms close to body, slight bend in elbows. We got loose wrists, and we're going to keep our feet close together. We're going to think about flicking the wrist twice for every jump. 50 reps. There's your pacing. After that, we have 10 kickbacks. On the kickbacks, we're going to place hands down on the ground, kick to a plank, and then kick back to feet flat on the ground, stand up. 10 of these. We got 10 hollow rocks next. On the hollow rocks, we put our legs together, we lay flat on the ground, we put arms 10 lying back extensions. So we'll be in a prone position on the ground, arms out, legs straight, and we're going to try to lift our body off of the ground, squeezing butt, looks like this, and then back down. 10 of those. When we're done, we have 10 plank up downs. So that's simply in a plank position. Remember, on that plank position, we're going to try to shift our way forward. Look at my toes. I'm up on my tippy toes. Legs are straight, pushing against the ground. We're going to go down and then rock up, and then down with the other arm, and then rock up. The whole time, squeezing legs, stomach, butt. We got 10 squat plus up and over next. That's our squat down, stand, knee up and in, over, other knee, out, up, then over. Squat down, back the other way. When we're done with that, we're going to go into 10 broomstick, light load, or no load, behind the neck presses. So get into this behind the neck position. The bar's not on my neck, it's behind the neck on the traps. From here, full grip on the bar, drive elbows forward, pressing straight up overhead. What I'm thinking about is bracing and supporting my body by using all the muscles underneath the press. So here's me just kind of chilling and going through this. That's not what we're looking for. Try to connect mind with body. Watch the difference here. Before I move, I'm going to squeeze legs. I'm going to squeeze butt. I'm going to squeeze belly. I'm going to drive elbows forward. I'm going to press up as hard as I can. That makes a huge difference. When you're done with your 10 behind the neck presses, you're going to go 10 thrusters with that same light load, broomstick, pipe, or with nothing. There's your warm-up. Have fun with this one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.